Common burning question that I get is, how do I create a weighted column in Blackboard? So for this video, I'll specifically work with Blackboard Learn. Scrolling down to my grade center and my full grade center, you can see I have a weighted column already. And if I just click on this already created random column, I'll show you some details. I'm going to edit column information. You can give it a title, name it whatever you want really, and then I chose to do percentage and you grade, so letter grade, and then you can pick from either specific columns or categories. For me, I chose categories, so I have quizzes, tests, discussion, assignments, and what I call knowledge checkpoints, which are quick little quizzes. And each of these categories I created a weight, so quizzes are 5%, tests are 20%, discussions are 40%, and assignments 30%, and checkpoints another 5%. So how did I do this? Let me hit cancel and go back. And the first thing you want to do is, if you're using categories, then you want to manage, go to categories, and make sure you have all the categories you want to use. I have some preset categories already: assignments, discussions, knowledge checkpoints, quizzes. You can create new categories. The other place you want to access under manage would be column organization, where you can assign different gradable items to different categories. These are all my discussion boards. I can check them all and then change category, and I'm just going to change it to the same thing, discussion, and that would change it. If I wanted to change something else, I would pick something else. Make sure to create your categories or assign gradable items to categories, and then you want to create a calculated column, and I will go to a weighted column, give her a title, call this grades. You can do percentage and letter grade, and you can pick and choose. Some people like specific columns, or even a combination between categories and columns. So I can do my checkpoints, and whenever you click on something, you can see all of the assignments that are associated with that specific category. So you make sure you're adding your correct items. Quizzes, and I believe that's all of them. And then put in your grades. Make sure this coincides with whatever's on your syllabus, so your students know how to calculate it. I want to do 30% for discussions, 20 for assignments, 20 for tests, so 5 for quizzes, 5 for checkpoints. Oh, it's only 80%, so it looks like I should look at my syllabus. And so it's great. It gives you a running total. You can second check, give it another look. So 40, 30, and there we go. We're at 100%. When you're all set, you can look at the other options. Is it included in the grade category? Do the students see it? Do you have a running total? Show statistics. All of these great things. When you're all done, hit submit. And then it's at the end, because I just created it. If you wanted that to be at the beginning, you can always go back to column organization, which is to make sure everything is where I want it to be, and you can scroll it all the way to the top and submit. And if I scroll back, there's my grades column. This isn't a live class, so you don't see my students' grades there. Another thing you want to look at, just to keep everything clear, if you want to see it through the student's perspective, you can click on their grades. So this is the student's view of grades. You can see they have access to your grading criteria. It's going to give them a nice breakdown of how their class is weighted, and that's what shows up in the description, all your rubrics. So it's a good practice to check what their grades look like. This is what their grade page looks like, which is very different than your grade center view.